My dear students, today I am going to take new chapter of business studies, consumer protection. As we all know that consumer is considered as the king of the market. In the traditional approach, seller was the king of the market. And there is a saying, let the buyer beware, because whatever the seller sold to their customers, customer has to purchase it. But in the modern approach, as consumer is the king of the market, so the saying is let the seller beware, because market minus consumer is equal to zero. Consumer protection. Consumer protection means protecting the consumer from exploitative and unfair trade practices of producers or sellers. Now, Consumer Protection Act 1986. What does it include? It is set up to protect and promote consumer interest through a speedy and inexpensive redressal of grievances. Consumers must know about their six rights to protect themselves from exploitative and unfair trade practices. Redressal agencies are set up to address consumer grievances. Scope of the Act. It is applicable to all types of undertakings, large and small, private, public and cooperative, manufacturer or traders, firms supplying goods as well as services. Now, who is a consumer? Consumer is any person who consumes goods and services with the intention of paying for them. It doesn't include a person who obtains goods and services for the purpose of resale. Now, who is a consumer according to Consumer Protection Act 1986? Consumer is a person who buys goods and services with the approval of the seller for personal use. He buys these goods and services after paying the required amount of money. So I think who is a consumer and Consumer Protection Act 1986 is clear to you. Next concept is consumer rights. There are six consumer rights according to Consumer Protection Act 1986. Right to safety, right to be informed, right to choose, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, and right to consumer education. Right to safety. Consumer has the right to protect it against goods, products and services which are hazardous to health and life. For example, while purchasing electronic devices, consumer must check ISI mark on it. While purchasing jewelry items, consumer must check hallmark items. So, consumer must be protected against products and services which are hazardous to health and life. Right to be informed. Consumer has a right to have complete information about the product before buying it, like manufacturing date, price, quantity, expiry dates, ingredients include, and so on. Right to choose. Consumer has the right to choose any product out of the available products as per his own decision making. Means no seller pressurize the consumer to buy this product or that product. It is the right of the consumer to choose any product out of the available products as per his own decision making. Right to be heard. Consumer has a right to file a complaint to be heard in case of dissatisfaction with the goods or services. Right to seek redressal. Consumer has the right to get relief in the case product and services fall short of its expectations. He may be provided with replacement, removal of defect, or repairing of any product. Various redressal forums are set up by the government at national and state level. Right to consumer education. Consumer has a right to acquire knowledge and to be well informed about their rights. The Government of India has included consumer education in the school curriculum and is making use of media to make consumer aware of their rights. For example, you have seen the advertisements in television and newspapers like Jago Grahak Jago. Or if the consumer has any problem, then National Consumer Helpline set up to help or to educate the consumer. So, the rights are rights to safety, right to choose, right to information, right to be heard, right to consumer education, right to seek redressal. Now, case study analysis. Ronit Raj, a marketing manager, is a patient of diabetes for which he takes medicines regularly. One day, on his tour to Patna, he met with an accident and was hospitalized. Due to doctor's negligence, a delicate nerve of his right leg was cut, rendering him crippled throughout his life. Identify the consumer right that has been violated. Answer is right to safety. Suman bought a box of cheese of a reputed brand from a local shopkeeper. On opening the box, she found a piece of stone in the cheese. She reported the matter to the shopkeeper, who forwarded her complaint to the concerned company. Within a week, the representative of the company visited Suman's residence with an apology and a replacement offered her a new cheese pack with four other varieties of cheese as compensation. State the consumer right which Suman exercised. It is right to seek redressal because relief has been provided to Suman. This is all about consumer right. I hope the concept is clear to you.